What do you feel like doing today?
I'm thinking fishing.
I kind of did that yesterday.
Well, how about shopping?
Yeah, cool.
There's that new boutique everyone's talking about.
Oh, yeah? Let's check it out.
You should get that.
I'm getting it.
Animal Crossing is a social simulation video game series developed and published by Nintendo. The player character is a human who lives in a village inhabited by various animals and can engage in various activities, such as fishing, insect catching, and fossil hunting. The series is known for its open-ended gameplay, humorous dialogue, hourly music, and use of console's internal clock and calendar to simulate real passage of time. On top of this, you are also introduced to an economy among your fellow villagers that uses in-game currency to buy and sell many different items to a raccoon called Tom Nook. Through a series of tasks, you can pay for many upgrades to your town or island by giving currency, which is called bells, to Tom Nook, not only to purchase things like a bigger house, but also bridges, clothing, and other items that you can put in your house or around the island. In comparison to real life, it is much easier to get around and do what you want to do. By replacing the pressures of real-world financial anxiety with a low-stakes utopian system of accumulating wealth, Animal Crossing's economy uses situational rhetoric to convince players that a gentler version of capitalism is possible, offering an escape rather than a real economic and political simulation. This utopian idea is a key idea for the player playing the game for longer hours. The first instance of this is found in the low-effort labor of fishing, bugs, and fruit farms, which serves as a procedural rhetoric that makes labor a lot more simpler and makes the returns more immediate. Furthermore, the absence of real-world economic factors like interest on loans, no utility bills, and no taxes removes financial burden from the player and takes away all the consequences of being in debt and puts this into fantasy. All of these opportunities that the game provides the player makes it so much easier to get so many bells. Opportunities like selling paintings, selling exotic fish, selling exotic bugs, making a fruit farm, even buying turnips and selling them, which is the game's attempt at a stock market. These are just some of the ways to get bells. Ways to get rid of bells are not only simply giving the items to Tom Nook and his raccoon nephews for items or house upgrades, but put it in a savings account in exchange for more interest and thus more bells. This is what makes it so utopian. I generally cannot find a way for people to lose bells in a game, which is actually by design. This game wants you to have all these bells because it fills your dopamine. It keeps you coming back. It makes you happy. People aren't going to keep playing a game that they like. That's just an abusive relationship between two people. And it does keep people coming back, but not only for the easy bells, but for the situation that the game puts the player in. The game can be deemed cozy and have chill vibes with the surrounding music, but also the situation that the game puts the player in is one that makes the player the sole decision maker of their destiny in the game, that makes it an idealistic fantasy. Supported by things like the absence of systematic biases, recessions, and economic inequality. Along with this are political factors like the absence of real-world events and avoiding complexities like public funding. One big thing that people hate in the real world is taxes. Animal Crossing solves this issue by simply not having taxes. This is what a gentler version of capitalism is, an absence of taxes as a movement towards capitalism. And although America is the most capitalist country in the world, we still pay taxes. On top of this, the last two games give you roles that let you decide a lot of what happens on your town or on your island. By giving you the role of mayor or the ability to even terraform your island, it makes it so easy for the player to customize and place where your villagers live. This shows that there's not a lot of things that you can get wrong in Animal Crossing, such that the biggest fear the player usually has is getting stung by a wasp. Players don't worry about social issues either, as if you have a problem with something a villager says, you simply turn the game off. Because of the situation that Animal Crossing puts the players in, the use of situational rhetoric like the easy access to bells, the lack of negative things of the real world financial system being present in the game, or the fact that the game makes it so easy to get what you want, makes the player think that a more gentler version of capitalism is possible, all in an effort to keep the player on the game for that many more hours. Thank you.